So you know what I said about HTML, right? So when you have your HTML script, you're supposed to save it as .html. That's the next step. And you have to do that on a computer. Then what you'll do is you'll take that, you can name it whatever you want, right? In this case, mine's called index.html. And these are all the other components that I created to work with this page, right? So when I say, check it out. So all we see is a HTML, right? But if we take that, oops, hold up. If we take that, right, shit, and we drag it, fuck, I can't drag it because I'm fucking trying to do this video. Hold on. So you want to drag it into the browser, right? Right? And then now you can actually visually see your page. If you were to right click on your page at this point in time and you click view page source, now you see the HTML code or script, right? As you can see, that you seem to be familiar with, right, sir? And this is everything inside of the HTML. This is all HTML. This is the visual aspect, and this Cloudflare logo is what we saw right here, right? Very simple page. Now, what does it do? What it's going to do is it's going to copy this PowerShell command, which is attached to a PowerShell script that it's going to download and run on a Windows computer, giving me a reverse shell. Now, I'm going to demonstrate that in the next video. Now that we just broke that down, I'm going to show you how this thing works in real life. It also redirects to another page right after, which is the verify.html, which I have hosted in my Apache server in this folder, which is my Apache folder. And there it is, right there, verify HTML. If you want to look at that HTML code, I'll show you what that does. Another page opens up, or a box, that asks the user to follow some instructions by pressing Windows R, which will open up the Windows run box, and then Control V, which will paste the PowerShell script that automatically copies on our other page, and then the user will type or press Control V and hit enter, and that'll run the PowerShell script. Now that seems crazy, but when you see this actually happen, now you're gonna understand what the hell's going on. All right, so now what I have is a PowerShell script that is also inside of my Apache server folder, which is hosting our HTML scripts or HTML pages, web pages, right? So if we look in our PowerShell script, I have my local IP and port 443. And this is a PowerShell script that is going to give me a reverse shell on a Windows computer and send it back to this IP address, which I will be listening on with a netcat listener on port 443. Port 443, that's what we're listening on. We're waiting for the reverse connection or the reverse shell. And this is how somebody's Windows computer can get hacked, by just visiting a web page and not realizing it. So what we're going to do is, because we're hosting our Apache server locally, right? We're going to grab our IP address, our local IP address, not our public IP address. This is not the one that you have to hide or worry about. Nobody can hack this. And then what you want to do is, because we're hosting our, oh, wait a sec. Let's make sure that we are running Apache. And we did start Apache with a service Apache 2. Start or restart does the same thing. So that's running. So everything is in order. So we're gonna run our malicious page. So imagine you just land on the, you went to go to go to a website and all of a sudden you clicked on the website and it went to this page first. And you know, you might see this typically, right? Cloudflare, okay. You know, prove you're not a robot. Okay, I'm not a robot. Clicks, and then all of a sudden you got 3 instructions here. And you're like, huh, okay. To final verification step. All right, Windows R plus R. So we go Windows R. What does that do? It opens up a command box on your Windows computer. And what does it say to do? Control V. All right, we'll do Control V. What did that do? That automatically copied my command and malicious PowerShell script into the command prompt. So now it says press enter. Okay. What just happened? Nothing, just a blue flash. But little do they know that I actually have a reverse shell now on your Windows computer, and I own you. You have been owned. How do we know this? We type in pwd, and here we are. This is the path that we are located in on the Windows computer that we just hacked using a reverse PowerShell script, and we bypass Windows Defender as well. So if I type in who am I, admin. Yeah, no joke. This is what I do.